Welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. This is Poured On with Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Poured On is a show where artist experience doesn't matter. All you need is your will to learn, paint, create, and have fun. On Poured On, you will follow along with me with the one pointer instruction that I've selected for this week's show. Iconic painter Bob Ross said, "We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents." So let's pour it on and see what we can create. I'm your host, Juancho, and this is today's episode. All right, y'all. So I don't know who was here last week, but we worked on a swipe pour technique. We used two different variations of swipe. This week we got a new episode coming to you live. We're going to do a multi-channel cup pour with an open cup technique this week, you guys. Usually I know I usually only do one technique, but since we kind of haven't been really doing the pour it on table, I've decided to kind of like mix things up a little bit and add some different techniques and different mediums to the artwork. So we got our 16 by 20 canvas today, y'all. I'm going to use a platinum white for our base color. This one's already pre-mixed, just using some Artist Law platinum white. I'm going to go ahead and add some of our lubricant oil drops to this white. I'm going to drop 3 nice drops in there. Grab me a stir stick. And let's see if I can get that mixed in really good, y'all. All right. So we want that nice, this is pre-mixed, so it's going to be usually about right. I am going to add just a little bit of Floetrol, nothing too crazy, just to help develop some of those cells. I'm also going to use my torch and put that on. Put a little heat to that so we can activate the mixture so that those cells form for us. So go ahead and leave that Floetrol right there for me. I just added a little bit. There already has a pouring medium in the pre-mix. I just like the way the cells create with the Floetrol, so I just added a little bit in there just for peace of mind. All right, so we got our white. For colors today, I think I'm gonna try, I haven't used turquoise that much, so I think I'm gonna jump on that turquoise bandwagon today. I'm still gonna bring in some metallic, because I know we've been kind of doing metallic a lot this season, so I'm gonna kind of keep that theme and still add a little bit of metallic into today's episode. So let's see here. Gonna pour. We got a 4-ounce bottle, so I'm probably gonna put like 2 ounces of that into this cup, because we're gonna use several other colors, and we want those colors to do their thing as we move along the show. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Poured On with Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are currently working on a open cup pour with also a multi-channel cup pour as well. I like to mix up the variations and keep it interesting for you guys. I don't know all the time how it's gonna look. No two pours are the same. So I can sit here and use all the same colors, use the technique, the same and everything, and the pores still can come out slightly different. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this one just because it was a little bit thicker than the other paint. I know it's pre-mixed as well, but I need that fluidness to it so that and it's that nice warm syrup consistency that we like to see. I'm going to drop my acrylic drops in there like so. Mix that in really good. So we got our first color, which is the turquoise there, as you guys can see. And we're going to go with, have some yellow here. I'm going to use some yellow. Grab me another cup. Shake that up a little bit. Get whatever's hanging on the bottom. And again, even with this yellow, it's a little bit thicker, but I'm going to try to get there's probably only about 2 ounces left in this bottle, so we're going to use the rest of that. Just going to use the rest of that. And we're going to add our Floetrol. We're going to add our Floetrol to it. There we go. Guys, just tapping in. We're just mixing up our paints for today's show. So far, we got our base color, which is white. We have yellow as one of our pour colors. We also have turquoise as one of our pour colors. And then we're going to figure out what else we're going to use. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this one because it's not as fluid as I want to. It's again, I'm using different painting companies, so sometimes you might have to add a little water or what have you to it so that that paint is that nice syrup, warm syrup consistency that we like to see. So that's the yellow. All right, grab another cup here, and I think we're gonna try. So I got this metallic black. So I'm gonna try this out and see what that is hitting for. I've used metallic black, but I haven't used this brand, and I just want to see what the difference is in the brand that I typically use. So that's why we're testing this out on today's show. Just gonna pour, let me see, mix this up a little, shake it up a little bit, because it looks like we got some of the liquids unmixed sitting on top. So I'm gonna get that paint nicely mixed. I'm gonna get nicely mixed. And I'm gonna pour about 2 ounces of this in there. All right, so we got a metallic. Go ahead and top that back up. So we don't spill it. And then we're going to add our Floetrol to this as well. I'm going to add the Floetrol as well. All right. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Poured on the Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll grab these popsicle sticks. I reuse a lot of supplies, you guys. Supplies are not cheap. So like cups, things like that, I tend to reuse them until they have no more use. That's just because, like I said, supplies ain't cheap. Supplies ain't cheap. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the love, y'all. All right, so we got the metallic black. It's that nice, warm, honey consistency that we like to see. So we got black, yellow, and turquoise. I'm trying to figure out what else we want to use. I have this blue. I also have this red. I'm gonna use this red. I'm gonna use this red. All right, so we got this metallic festive red. So we got two metallic colors going on in today's pour. This is gonna be our second metallic color. Let's put that off to the side. Got white, and then we're gonna add our Floetrol in there, you guys. All right, got the Floetrol. We're gonna add our acrylic lubricant oil drops. I forgot to add some into our metallic black. It's okay. I went on added it to it there. And we grab this stir stick, and we're going to mix this red up. This festive red. It says it's red, but it's more like, to me, it's like a pink, like a, I don't know, it's like a salmon or something. It's hard to probably tell on camera, but yes. All right, that one look like it's good. So we got that. All right. And I'm gonna use one more color. We'll use one more color today. I have this purple. It's only a little bit left in it, and so I'm gonna just go ahead and use the last. Thank you, Brokiana. The last of this purple that we have here. It might not even be 2 ounces, but that's okay. We're gonna use it anyway. Probably about an ounce. All right. All right, so we got that purple. Got that purple. We're gonna drop the drops in it. 2, 3, that's good. We are going to pour a little bit of our Floetrol in here. Again, some of these are pre-mixed. I'm just adding a little bit of the Floetrol because I like the cells that it creates. It tends to create bigger cells, and that's what you're looking for when you're doing paint pour technique. You're looking for the cells. Some people don't worry about the cells, but it depends on, I guess, what pour you're using. But for me, a lot of the pictures that I do, I want the cells to form. I like the way they look on the pieces. It just adds another element to it. So we have our purple. It looks like it's pretty consistent. Is this raw paint or coloring in a sketch? The canvas is blank, as you can see. There's no raw sketch or anything like that. What you're about to see right now, I'm about to do right in front of you. So I'm just gonna set these colors off to the side and remove some of our trash here. And let's set some of these colors off to the side so I can get this white poured onto the canvas. All right. So we're gonna add our base color at this time, y'all, which is the white, platinum white. Just gonna generously pour that all over the canvas. All right, that's our white. We'll go ahead and set that to the side. We're gonna go ahead and try to cover our canvas in its entirety. So I'm just gonna tilt the canvas a little bit, get that paint running. And that's why you want it fluid so that it can travel across the canvas with no issues. The thicker it is, the harder it is for the paint to move or slide. All right, so I'm gonna take my little knife here and kind of spread some of this towards the edges here. All right, if you guys are just tuning in, this is Poured On with Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we are working on an open cup pour with a channel cup pour. I'm just spreading out our base color here, which is platinum white. I have about 4 or 5 colors that I'm going to actually be using for our specific technique today. And you guys will be seeing those here in a second. Just gonna keep spreading that out just a little bit. I think we, for the most part, got the canvas covered. All right, so for an open cup pour, you're just basically using a lid of some sort, and you're just gonna place it on your canvas. So I'm just gonna place it here like so. And then we have some of our colors. So I'm gonna start using some of our colors here. I think we had pulled up turquoise first, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that one as our first color. I'm just gonna pour that in the middle, like so. And that's our turquoise. It's gonna continue to spread out, and I'm just gonna keep layering the colors in the middle. You guys just gonna keep laying the colors in the middle. Got that yellow in there. We got some metallic, some of that metallic black. It's a little bit thicker than the yellow and the turquoise. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna come in with this red, this Vesta red. I'm gonna drop that in the center, like so. Then we're gonna come back with our purple. I'll come back with the purple. That purple is nice and fluid. Some of our colors didn't get as fluid as I would like, but that's okay. I'm gonna come back with the metallic so I can kind of differentiate some of these darker colors. Got a little bit of that metallic there. Now we're gonna go back to the yellow, and I'm gonna work my way, I guess, kind of back out. With the colors. So we got that yellow right there. I'll come back with the turquoise. Then I'm gonna go with some purple. Going with some purple, y'all. All right. So now that I've done that with those colors in there, before I continue, I'm gonna take some of this paint and add it to each channel, you guys, because this is what I'm gonna use to go on the outside of our open cup. So I'm just gonna pour some of this purple in here and fill this one up here. All right, we have our purple in our channel. Now we're gonna add our yellow to the channel. You guys are just tuning in. This is Poured On Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are working on putting our paints onto the canvas. As you can see, I have my open cup on the canvas with our colors for today's show. I have a purple, I have a metallic black, I have a metallic festive red, I have a yellow and a turquoise. Let's see, we're going to add that metallic black to the channel. That's going to be our center color. And then let's see, we got yellow, we got purple, yellow, then we'll do turquoise on the other side of that. We'll do turquoise on the other side of that. And then we need our festive red to add to the channel. There we go. Appreciate the love, y'all. And I'll show you the cup before we actually pour it onto the canvas. I'm just trying to even out these paints real quick before we proceed. Let's see. Turquoise is good. Silver, not silver, but black. I need to add a little bit more of the black, and I need to add a little bit more yellow to the channel. All right. Got enough of the yellow in there. Got enough of the purple in there. I just need the black. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, just a little bit more black. All right, just a little bit more black. Okay, so I'm going to try to add some color to this a little bit. All right. So we're going to take our channel cup. Here's the channel. If you guys can see, it's got 5 colors in it. I'm just going to take that and pour it on our canvas. All right. Use our channel cup. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add some heat to it so we can activate those cells. Go ahead and activate some of those cells, get that waiting. Some of that fun. Appreciate the love, y'all. Appreciate the love. All right, so we have our open cup stir here in the middle, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and lift that if I can. There we go. We got some cells forming. I'm gonna go ahead and add some heat to that so they can continue to generate. Continue to generate, okay. So at this time, we are going to start to shift our canvas around, y'all. The objective is to get these colors to stretch, these cells to stretch. I'm just trying to, I want to cover the canvas with the colors. So I'm going to slide it, make it slide down that way. Some of these colors are not really moving how I would like them to be, but that's okay. As you can see, we got some cells forming, and I'm just trying to get these colors to hit all the areas. I'll make that fall down off that edge a little bit. So as you can see, we're stretching the paint and trying to get it to expand. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Poured on Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Currently, I'm just basically shifting our paint around the canvas so that we can get a nice little image. We get a nice little image. As you can see, we got cells continuously developing as I shift the canvas around. They are developing as we speak. All right, we are going to add some more heat to this because I want to see what else forms from these cells. Ooh, I just splattered some paint. That's okay. Try to get some of these more of these cells to develop, y'all. Okay, so we're done with the torch for now. I'm gonna put my glove back on just so I can finish shifting the canvas and make sure we get those colors to the edges. All right. So I'm gonna do a little bit more shifting again. Do a little bit more shifting. All right, I think we pretty good with that. I'm gonna try to get some of this paint over here at the end, bring some of that white to our edges here. Bring some of that white. Gonna put some of this, look at this purple right here. Just kind of do with this purple. Drop a little bit. All right, if you guys are just tuning in, this is Poured on Juancho. You can find us every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Currently, we have just put our paint on the canvas with our open cup pour and our multi-channel pour. It is, we got a variety of colors going on here today. We did continue the trend with the metallic theme and everything like that. So we got our metallic black, and then we have the festive metallic red. The cells are creating beautifully. I know you guys can see this going on right here where they're just kind of popping in the little dots. You can see the different changes of the colors and how those are fusing together there. Yeah, it's as it dries, it's going to continue to develop. As it dries, it's going to continue to develop. So what you see right now, this is still just the beginning stages of it, but that doesn't mean that it's going to change dramatically to a sense of me not having this actual this image still here in the middle. So that I will say so far with what it's doing, I'm pleased with what's going on with it. It's open cup pour it's a really cool technique that you can just come up with some really crazy images. And I've done it previously on the show before. I don't even remember what colors we used for that show specifically, but these colors today really did complement each other. So that's good. That's really good. So if you guys are just tuning in, we are now at the part of the show that I like to call my Q&A. And so at this time, usually if I have a guest on the show, we usually ask the guests questions, and then they provide answers based off of what their painting looks like. So the question is, can you tell us why you chose the color selection, what the colors represent to you? Honestly, I didn't have a reason why I chose the colors. The only thing that I knew was I wanted to keep that metallic theme that we have been doing the last few weeks. So I made sure I included 2 metallic colors. I didn't know what colors I was going to choose today, y'all. I just picked them. I just put some colors today. So we went with the metallic black as one of our metallic options, and the metallic festive red. They're the metallic black and red. They're both from Deco Art. As you can see, that black really came out well. So I'm pleased with that specific one. We also used a yellow, and we used a turquoise, and we used a purple. We also used the purple today. So just those colors, those color combinations today is what we got here on the canvas. If you could title your painting, what would you call it? I'm feeling like category 5 or something, because I seen someone say it looks like a hurricane or something like that, and it was already giving me those vibes the moment it started, the cells started forming and everything like that. Like, it very much looks like a weather Doppler, and I mean, I couldn't ask for a better blend of colors and how these just kind of complement each other. I was looking at like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have went with that. Maybe I shouldn't have went with that. But doing the multi-channel, putting that on the outside with that open cup in the middle, like, that really just complement each other. It really solidified the whole piece. Now that I've completed the painting, what was my favorite part about it? My favorite part was just the fact of just doing another open cup pour. Like I said, I've done it once previously on the show. It's not one of the pours that I've brought back multiple times. So I was trying to bring something that we hadn't seen in a while. I don't even remember which piece we used for the open cup pour the last time. I have a few pieces here, but this one is very different by far compared and as opposed to the other one. I like how the turquoise in here is a little bit darker as opposed to this on the outside, where the reds and the purples are kind of meeting each other. Then you know the black on the outside, and just the colors are complementing each other. What would I change about? I don't know that I would really change much about this piece. Like, this is one of those pieces that I would probably even not knowing what it was going to turn out to be. Uh, I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased with it. The cells are still forming, like I said. We got some bigger cells out here on the outer rim here. We got some little smaller cells in the middle, and then you got some highlighted colors in here. They're highlighted by, you know, the darker color. The lighter colors are highlighted by the darker colors. So it's definitely definitely more than I could even imagine that this was going to even turn out to be. It's just, you never know. The color options, you could throw brown with a pink and it's still complemented a way that you might not even realize that it might complement the whole piece. I think last week I had used like a coral pink with the technique that we use, and that really complemented the rose gold that I had put into that piece. But the metallic really does pop. That metallic really does pop. So at this time, we are done with our Q&A. I'm going to open the floor for anybody in the audience that would like to ask any questions. I'll provide some answers, whether it be about being on the show, something about the technique, anything of that nature. The floor is now open for you guys in the audience to go ahead and ask your questions. I know I've seen a few questions going on throughout the show, and I wasn't able to catch everything. You know, I wasn't able to catch everybody's questions, so I do apologize. This is a featured show, so I'm not looking for the questions during the show while I'm trying to give the tutorial. How do you choose your pours for the show? Honestly, a lot of people send me videos. I have a plethora of them that I have saved, and it really just depends on the day. Like, sometimes I'll pick the pour ahead of time. I actually picked this technique right before the show, like maybe an hour before the show. And I was trying to figure out something that I had done in a while, to get more back to like just a standard technique without a bunch of the extra stuff. You know, getting back to the basics, really. I wouldn't say it is necessarily a basic pour, but the techniques are a little bit more basic as some of the techniques I was using before. Can anyone do pours? Yes, anyone in the audience, any of y'all can do these right at home. You could do it with your friends, you could do it with your family, you could do it with your girlfriends, you could do it with your kids. It's a very simple process. You just, the supplies, you need paint, pouring medium, acrylic paint, lubricant oil, silicone oil, and then some water if you need to dilute your paint pour mixtures so that they're more fluid. You want to make sure your paint's fluid, first and foremost. I don't know who was in here in the beginning, but the consistency you want is that warm honey or warm syrup consistency where it's falling off the popsicle stick. So, you know, it should just flow naturally like that. Any other questions? As long as you have the willingness to learn that part, yeah. If you have the willingness to learn, whether you're artistic or not, you can be on the show just like anybody else that's been on the show in the past. Have you done a pour that you didn't like? I might not have liked the piece as much as others, but I still find like I still find some joy in the piece, one way, shape, or form, because it's my creative avenue. It's my my getaway. I get into a zone. It relaxes me. It's a calming mechanism. For those of y'all that are looking for things that are calming mechanisms, art is great in any way, shape, or form. Painting just has to be one of them. Important techniques as a subgenre to painting is the specific calming technique that I like to use from time to time. I do regular paintings with acrylic oil or acrylic or oil. I draw, sketch, oil pastels, you name it. I've touched it. Um, it's just wherever I'm feeling. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to me picking specific techniques or colors or anything all the time. Sometimes I do have a motive behind it, like whether I have a theme or something of that nature. I know in one of the episodes we did flowers, and with it being like spring and for those that celebrate Easter and stuff around the corner, I use more brighter colors. I use like I want to say it was mint green. I use lime green. I used some pinks, purples, stuff like that to help bring those flowers together. I also use regular green to kind of give it like that grass look. Even though it's more of abstract, I do more abstract paint a lot of times. So, but you still can see that they're flowers. You can still see the green representing like the grass and things of that nature. Any more questions from the audience? Thank you, Brookie. Thank you, Gin and Juice. Appreciate the love, everybody. Thank you, everybody pulling up. It's still doing this thing. It's gonna take some time for it to be fully done, but I think right now, the way it looks, I really am pleased. And I can see even in the black, the metallic black over here. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate the love. In the black over here in this area, if you look at it, you can see the that purple and that metallic red trying to pop out of it a little bit. Now, whether it will completely by the time it dries, I don't know yet. And that's the funny thing about pours. There's no way to predict exactly how much of that is going to surface through. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more heat to it, see if we can get a couple more cells. See if we can get some more cells forming. It might be about what it's gonna do. As far as the cell development go, it will expand a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to expand much more than this at this point. It's looking like it's doing this thing, and that's all I can hope or ask for. Any more questions from the audience? This is your time. So the floor is open. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to GS. I don't know if he's in the audience. GS, shout out to you. Big salute on picking up that year of Jordan piece for me. Appreciate you. How can you be a guest on the show? Hit me with a follow on Instagram and the links in my bio. If you also can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube. We're trying to get those subscriptions on the YouTube up. I think as of today, I was at 14. I just started really putting videos on there. So I think we're up to 5 videos on there right now. All from the last, 4 or 5 weeks. And then we got a couple more still waiting to be uploaded as well. So just be on the lookout. These are recorded. They will be posted on YouTube. If you didn't get a chance to see the show in its entirety, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe, and you will be able to see the episode right there on YouTube from start to finish. If you want to be on the show, I will provide you with options as far as the supplies. We can discuss pouring techniques that you might be interested in. I can send you videos of some things that I think might be appealing, but nonetheless, the purpose is to have fun on the show and enjoy your time and relax and just be creative. Just be creative. Appreciate the love, y'all. Appreciate the love. Any more questions? Make sure you guys are hitting the fave on here as well too. Appreciate those follows on Instagram, y'all. I see them popping up on the screen. I see them popping up on the screen. I will hit you guys with follows when I get off here. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, real sister. Glad you enjoyed yourself. Great show per usual. Thank you, Tender. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I think it really came out well. Like I said, I wasn't sure what it was going to do. I knew that metallic was it was a little dark. I know it was a little dark, but it worked out. It definitely worked out. My piece looks amazing. You've been, how many times you been on the show? 3, 4 times? 3, 4 times. Man, y'all better get on this show. I don't know what y'all waiting for. You can make a piece for a loved one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Gab, thank you for the fave. Again. Oops, did I say that? I'm sorry. Anyways, so any more questions, y'all? Any more questions? If not, we are going to play our outro music before we get up off of here. You're ready to come back on? You gotta just let me know. Or we got some things coming up here in the future. So make sure y'all are hitting the Instagram with the follow. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube, and make sure you hit me with a follow on here. We have some big things coming up. There's going to be some other items used as canvas coming up here in the near future. We might do some clothing items. I'm not going to get too specific on that because you guys know I like to bring the show and you guys just be surprised and see what it is. But we got some clothing items coming here in the near future that we're going to be doing on some episodes where we'll be using clothing paint and things of that nature. So make sure you, like I said, make sure you're hitting that like, hit that follow, and make sure you can be a part of that. If you happen to be interested in being one of those episodes, let me know. Like I said, hit me with that follow. We'll get it done, and we'll do the show. Was there any more questions before we hit that outro music? Any more questions before we hit the outro music? Anybody? First. Oh, you want to see the picture? Okay, my apologies. Let me go ahead this canvas down, you guys. Sorry. We're gonna remove the port on canvas. And here we go. So you guys can see all those cells forming on the different colors. Got a more up close and personal look at it. All right. My picture is amazing. Not my picture is amazing. I thought it was my picture. Didn't I make that? Didn't I make that picture? What y'all think? I think I just made that picture on the show. I thought maybe, possibly. No? No? I did Through Your Soul. That's absolutely crazy. And my outro music doesn't want to play. That shit's great. That shit's great. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. We want me to hit outro? Not you hit outro. All right, here we go. Appreciate the fave, Colleen, Black Chocolate. Thank you for the fave, y'all. Appreciate everybody pulling up today. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. And we'll catch you guys next Saturday before it on.